champions goalless in the first half. They ended up going down 4-2, but it was a solid effort. 5th in the European Championships and improving all the time. Russia, as I mentioned, the European champion, so that form reads well.
And Russia beat Spain in that European Championship final. It went to extra time and then penalties, Spain losing the shootout. They were the winners here of Group D, scoring 19 goals, and 8 players shared those goals, illustrating just what a talented and adventurous outfit they are. Javier Rodriguez is the one to watch.
Jesus is the captain, but he has started each match on the bench so far. Luis AMADO has been preferred in goal.
There's the Croatian team, new to a World Championship. They aren't short of experience. 4 play semi-professionally in Italy, and 2, TOMICIC and ALEBIC, are both playing in the United States.
This is a very powerful side that Javier Lozano has. He's been in charge since 1992. The World Cup campaign then, the World Championships I should say, again in 1996, and now here in Guatemala. Marian Bruncic in charge of this side from Croatia.
So we're all set for kickoff here. The second game played in El Domo today in Group F. It's Spain against Croatia. Spain, who get us away in their red shirts and blue shorts, attacking from left to right. The first shot on goal from OROL, which was charged down there by EKLIC. Just a reminder of the rules: 5-a-side. Each game lasts for 40 minutes and a 1-minute timeout for each side in each half. Outfield players can go into the goal areas. Here come Croatia. Big occasion for them. It's the first time that both these sides have played in El Domo. Julio for Spain. CULJAK across to make the challenge against the European champions Russia. Croatia trailed by 3-0. Then Croatia came back. They scored 2 goals very quickly. They eventually lost 4-2, but they showed there that they were well organised. Blanket defence at times, and it could well be a similar story against a very adventurous Spanish side.
I think that's the key word to use with Spain: adventure. Croatia are going to have to concentrate for the full 40 minutes because there will be attack after attack mounted by Spain. It's not just the 5 out there. That's the regular 5 they tend to start with. But apart from that, it's the depth of talent they can call upon in this 14-man squad.
Daniel on the ball here. Javier Rodriguez, and Daniel has got the opening goal. 65 seconds on the watch, and what a start for Spain. Daniel with his 4th goal in these championships. Superb start by Spain. Clever play, great interchange there between Daniel and Javier Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the touchline, just able to nip the ball forward, and there was Daniel continuing his run forward. Nice finish too, and it's Spain 1, Croatia 0.
He is one of the unsung heroes in this Spanish side. Daniel, he's one of the least experienced players. This is only his 11th international. It's the 10th time he's scored, though, and he's scored in every match so far here at the World Championships. Here's a man to watch, and I'm sure most attention would be surrounding players like Rodriguez and perhaps OROL, but this man has bobbed up in every game.
Great start for Spain. Runners-up 4 years ago, runners-up in the European Championships last year. Here come Croatia. They've won a corner. CULJAK to take the corner here for Croatia. MARTIC inside the D. And there was a strong challenge there. GRDOVIC has really launched himself at Javier Rodriguez. It was a handoff in the face. Well, there's a hand of apology there from GRDOVIC, but that was right in front of the referee on the near side, and no further action is taken. And another look now that Spanish goal, the opening goal in this game. Wonderful vision here from the Spaniards. Javi Rodriguez just laying the ball back off to Daniel. And it's Daniel on the ball now. Here's OROL. Javi Rodriguez. Spain getting about their work very, very professionally, well disciplined, injecting pace whenever they have to. It's been a very bright opening by Spain.
And they play very bright football. They've been very impressive in the championship so far. They probably, of all the European sides, play most like Brazil. And of course, that's the right way to go when you look at Brazil's record.
And here they come again. Javi Rodriguez with the shot wide this time. Daniel, the provider. And it's Daniel who's given Spain the lead. His 4th goal in these championships. Javier Alonso, the Spanish coach, was quoted in an interview I saw recently that if this Spanish side took on Real Madrid indoors, they would win 12-0. He said it would be the similar score if they were playing 11-a-side outdoors. This time, though, Real would win 12-0. But that's the difference between football and futsal. Futsal encourages crisp passing. It favours the players who are comfortable on the ball, the players who like to run with the ball. It's very fast, very skillful. And we've had some wonderful action in these championships already. The Spanish have enjoyed themselves here. Croatia have enjoyed themselves here so far. Part of a learning curve for them. Martin Berncic, their coach for 6 years, has done well with limited resources. So many of the Croatian squad now earning money playing futsal, both in the United States and in Italy. Julio's shot is charged down.
Just having said that, though, those who play at home play as amateurs, and that really says a lot for their performances here.
Daniel forward to Julio. Good covering by EKLIC. Decisive break once more by Spain. OROL. Daniel again trying to work an opening. Croatia pegged back in their own half for much of the opening 3 minutes or so of this game. Good support for Spain inside the stadium. Supporters there from Real Madrid and from Barcelona.
Yellow card for GRDOVIC. Some dissent. Wasn't happy with the decision, with the ball going over the line. Thought it should have been a Croatian ball. They could ill afford to lose him in this second week of competition. He is one of the keys for Croatia, their main goal scorer.
GRDOVIC also involved in an earlier incident with Javi Rodriguez, where I felt he was fortunate to escape with just a brief talking to. Challenge which was worthy of a yellow card. Now he has got a yellow card. EKLIC. Possession surrendered by Croatia, and a quick break by Spain. What a magnificent second goal! It's Javi Rodriguez. Brilliant break by Spain. One slip by Croatia, and that was enough for Spain. Incisive break forward, and a 5th goal in these championships now for Javi Rodriguez. Daniel it was who was able to provide the pass. So it's a turnaround from what happened with the first goal, where Javi Rodriguez was able to free Daniel. There it was Daniel who feed Javi Rodriguez. It's 2 to Spain.
It's a fine goal under pressure. Spain 2, Croatia 0. He was on the break, but he did have Croatian defenders on either side of him, and the goalkeeper looming as well. He did well to keep his footing and put the ball over the top of the keeper. He is a very fine player, Javi Rodriguez.
Julio now. Shot was charged down. Javier Rodriguez. 5 goals in these championships. He's been prolific during his international career. 28 goals in total in 39 internationals for Javier Rodriguez. Daniel, now Julio. But here come Croatia. This is a good break by Croatia. Oh, they've thundered the shot against the post. Wonderful strike by GRDOVIC. And GRDOVIC has gone down. Challenge there by Daniel. But what an effort that was by GRDOVIC. Just able to turn inside Daniel. Keeper Luis AMADO was well beaten.
As Javier Rodriguez is to Spain, GRDOVIC is to Croatia. Such an important player. He did turn an ankle in the match against Costa Rica, but was able to return.
GRICAR just tried to square the ball across field there. DELPONT, it was coming in. Croatia, though, need to keep possession. They're not seeing much of the ball in these opening stages. GRICAR. Forward by MALVASIJA. It's getting a bit rough. Croatia increasingly frustrated, and dissent there. That's a caution for TOMICIC. Yellow for TOMICIC. Second yellow card against Croatia. Again, a positive run by Javier Rodriguez. This is the goal which has given Spain a 2-goal advantage. It was the skipper there, MARTIC, who was dispossessed by Daniel. Good finish by Javier Rodriguez. But here come Croatia. Great opening for Croatia. Penalty, was it? No! Well, he took a tumble there inside the D. An accusing look at the official on the far side, who was well placed. TOMICIC getting well forward there for Croatia. They've had a couple of good opportunities. But he slipped. Yes, it was a slip. I thought he might have been caught there by Javier Rodriguez. But it was a good chance, and it's a chance which has gone begging now for Croatia. Daniel.
Best chance they've had. Of course, GRDOVIC hit the upright as well, so they've had a couple of opportunities, but Spain looking very strong.
Javier Rodriguez. Julio. Oh, terrific work again. What vision there from Spain. Daniel sweeping across in front of the goalkeeper. TOMICIC. Confronted by Daniel. He's away from Daniel. TOMICIC, free kick. Tripped by OROL. It's a very, very competitive first half. TOMICIC with great skill on the ball. Good position this for Croatia. TOMICIC. This time they've got the corner kick. GRICAR was the player on the goal line almost for Croatia there. Clever play again by TOMICIC. Here's GRICAR. DELPONT. Croatia will take encouragement from the way in which they've recovered from those 2 early blows. Good work again by TOMICIC. Shot from GRICAR. GRICAR once more. DELPONT just ahead of him. Cleverly done by GRICAR. And DELPONT is unable to repay the compliment. Tomislav GRICAR already making an impression. Delightful skill there. Great confidence on the ball.
Remarkably, they've allowed the corner down here. Mix-up between GRICAR and the keeper.
Here comes Spain once more. That was an important block, right on the edge of the D, but there was a foul too. Quickly taken, free kick, but that'll have to come back surely. Well, the referee's allowed it to go, but it staggers me that that was allowed to be taken. The idea of futsal is that it should be fast and furious, but many of the referees in these championships have said that players can't take a free kick until they get a whistle. Spain didn't get a whistle there. Maybe Daniel, who was the player of the ball, just asked the principal official whether or not he could take it and just got on with it. TOMICIC. Now GRICAR. JOAN with the footing.
TOMICIC is the man who missed the opening game for Croatia. It was against Russia. They could have done with him. Despite the fact that TOMICIC wasn't there, they were beaten only 4-2, but he was in the United States in transit, signing a 4-year contract to play with Detroit. So that reads well.
6 of the Croatian squad playing semi-professionally, 4 of them in Italy, including their skipper, who's MARTIC. MARTIC actually runs a futsal website called Futsal Planet. Enjoys the game so much. He's also vastly experienced now, 36. But at the moment he's on the substitutes bench for Croatia. Spain beginning to increase the tempo. OROL. Now RIQUER. Here's JOAN. It was worth a try. He was quite some way out. It was an awkward angle for him. Magnificent support in the arena. Players from the Netherlands and Portugal who played earlier are watching, along with the Brazilian squad. Portugal beat the Netherlands 3-1 in that earlier game. All the goals came in the second half. Here we've had 2 in the opening 10 minutes. JOAN. Now OROL. RIQUER. Here's SANTI. Patient approach play by Spain. GRICAR, they're just unable to turn the ball across goal towards DELPONT. Croatia have met Spain 3 times previously. They actually beat them in a friendly in 1994. They've also been beaten by them twice. Once in the European Championships last year.
Substitutions about to be made for Croatia, with the skipper MARTIC is one who's coming on. Also number 7, EKLIC. And it looks like GRDOVIC who's back on as well. So some of their big guns are out there. 2-0 down halfway through the first half. MARTIC to take it. And they certainly don't want to concede a third goal in this half. Ideally, they would peg one back.
Here's EKLIC. But away comes Spain. Solid challenge there by GRICAR. Really strong and powerful. Powerful run as well. Here's the skipper now, MARTIC. That has gone out for a kick-in as opposed to a corner. GRDOVIC has impressed early on, so too has TOMICIC. MARTIC. JOAN, who was able to put a foot in. 2 officials consulting. Now they allow the kick into be taken. Santi. Now OROL. Santi being put under a bit of pressure here. Cleverly done by Santi. Here's JOAN. Santi once more. Now OROL. Good approach play this by Spain. Here they come again. Santi. OROL with RIQUER just ahead of him. Croatia able to regroup. Solid rectangle of 4 players. Final passes are Paul when they're for Spain, though. Nice exchange between RIQUER and Santi. Playing with great urgency here, Spain. And there's another opening for Spain. Magnificent third goal by JOAN. What a clever goal that was. They're making their intentions known right from the very start. Magnificent. GRDOVIC with a sloppy pass. There was OROL. And coming in was JOAN to make it 3-0 to Spain. Clever finish. It's Spain 3, Croatia 0.
And they really just have too many options. They were able to pass the ball around. Quick passing too. That's really what gets the Croatian defence off guard. We've seen that throughout the tournament. And the 4th goal of the championship for JOAN. Really is a fine player, but they have so many of them.
One misplaced pass. Clever play. Lovely back heel there by RIQUER to set JOAN away. (3-0 to Spain. Sense of deja vu here for Croatia, who trailed the European champions Russia by 3-0 before they pulled a couple back. And that was a fantastic save. BUTIGAN getting across quickly to deny Santi. Santi unable to get onto the score sheet for the first time in these championships, but that was a good effort, good save. OROL. JOAN, score of the 3rd goal for Spain. RIQUER dispossessed, it was a fair challenge. Now Spain have won the ball back, and there's another chance here for JOAN. Quickly off the mark there. Croatia here have to be more adventurous, and as they come forward, they're inevitably going to leave gaps in defence.
It was really the first clean break they've had, even when Javi Rodriguez scored the 2nd goal. He had 2 defenders with him as he went down the pitch.
MARTIC with a shot which was charged down. EKLIC. Rugged defending by OROL, who has great vision but is also an uncompromising character in defence for Spain alongside Santi. Great turn by number 10 there, GRDOVIC. GRDOVIC, who slipped, presented Spain with a chance to get their 3rd goal, and they've come close to getting a 4th goal. Still, Spain have possession. That was a foul by MARTIC on the edge of the D. RIQUER denied. 5th foul against Croatia. One more, and they concede a penalty from the 10-metre mark. Committee meeting going on between the Spanish players out on the pitch at the moment. Santi is over the free kick. RIQUER well placed. ADEVA inside the Croatian D. Cleverly worked. And RIQUER! Another good opportunity for Spain. An impressive performance by Spain.
Take your eyes off Javi Rodriguez, and there's Daniel, or in that case, RIQUER. Javi Sanchez hasn't been out there yet. Again, talent all over the place for the Spanish side, and that's why they lead 3-0 at the moment. Croatia have done extremely well in the championships. This is their sternest test, though. They're up against a champion team.
ADEVA, here's Santi. JOAN, dispossessed this time. Great approach for Croatia, who now have the corner. MARTIC, the extra man forward there for Croatia. And it's MARTIC who will take the corner kick. Here he is again. Jukic trying to make an angle for his skipper, but Croatia have to settle for the kick-in. Jukic. Now EKLIC. DERVISAGIC. GRDOVIC. Croatia have to be patient. Prepared to bide their time, wait for the right opening to maybe press forward. GRDOVIC now. Here's MARTIC, the skipper. DERVISAGIC well forward. Here's EKLIC. DERVISAGIC. Pass was a poor one. Santi now for Spain. SANCHEZ. JOAN. Second chance for JOAN. Couldn't quite thread the ball through though to SANCHEZ. Spain leading by 3-0. Spain punishing some defensive errors by Croatia. We're into the second phase of this 4th FIFA Futsal World Championship. There's been some terrific entertainment, some wonderful skills, some marvellous sights, some marvellous moments. And here's some marvellous finishing from Spain, who are on the attack again. It's SANCHEZ, agonisingly wide.
Well, SANCHEZ is another of those players to watch. He's scored 34 times. He's their most capped player out there. Jesus has played 72 times, but 60 internationals by this experienced man. And he almost scored again. It was a good break.
GRICAR. Croatia, when they get the ball, are being immediately put under pressure. Spain inviting the Croatians to try and elude the front players, who are now pressing hard onto the Croatian back line. Spain impressive in their ability to inject pace into the game almost at will. They've always got someone free too. That was a hefty challenge on the edge of the D. ADEVA claiming that he should have had the free kick.
And had he got the free kick, he would have gone to the 10-metre spot.
Croatia have committed 5 first-half fouls, Spain 2. If a team reaches 6, there will be a penalty from the 10-metre mark. GRICAR now for Croatia. All a bit tight. ADEVA across there to stick closely to GRICAR.
3 minutes out from half-time. Spain 3, Croatia 0. The Croatian fans will be hoping their side can do something special in the few minutes before the break to stay in this match.
TOMICIC. Now GRICAR. DELPONT. BUTIGAN ready to launch the ball upfield. GRICAR just found that the bobble of the ball beat him there. Santi. Daniel. Spain have the kick in. ADEVA. Now Javi Sanchez, who's been very busy in this first half. All good trickery there by GRICAR, but he's given the ball away. Too clever by far then in front of his own goal. Well, here are the attempts on goal. 18 for Spain, 8 for Croatia. It's reflected the possession, but look at that. Croatia, all 8 attempts on target. They were unfortunate not to get a goal when GRDOVIC clipped the post. But Spain, incisive. Daniel, who was the scorer of the first goal for Spain, coming close again.
They have something like 160 to 200,000 registered players in Spain, and it's far more than most of the countries here. And I think that is indicated by the amount of talent they have. Daniel is a 24-year-old. He's come into this side only recently, and yet he's come in and he's automatically become a goal scorer in every single game, and yet he's not one of the stars of the team, and that is an indication of the depth of this game of futsal in Spain.
There's 40% of the players in Spain are in the 11 to 18 category. The future is very bright for futsal in Spain. It's encouraged in the schools, it's encouraged amongst the younger players at the senior clubs. Daniel on the ball. Quick and precise passing again from Spain. Santi. TOMICIC. Into the final minute of the first half now. Here's GRICAR. DELPONT. Showed a bit too much of the ball to Javi Sanchez. They're directing operations is Javier Loanza, the Spanish coach. He will be pleased with the effort put in by his players during this first half. Spain quickly into their stride. They've been impressive throughout this championship. 9-0 winners against Cuba, 7-2 against Iran, 3-0 in the game which decided Group D. Clever turn. Here's Daniel. Wonderful skill by Daniel. Clipped his shot into the side netting. Warm applause around El Domo for that skill from Daniel. And Luis AMADO charging out of his goal there to get the header to safety from the goalkeeper. That was terrific from Daniel. TOMICIC. Chance was wasted, really. Ball was hammered into the Spanish D, and TOMICIC took too long over the kick-in. Referee just signalling that it was then re-awarded to Spain, because in futsal the ball has to be returned to play within 4 seconds. The end of a very, very entertaining first half. Spain, very impressive. They're being watched here by the world champions, Brazil. Spain, of course, runners-up 4 years ago. Their supporters are delighted. It's been a fabulous first half performance by Spain. Daniel, Javier Rodriguez and JOAN scoring the goals, which give Spain a 3-0 advantage at half-time.
Very impressive performance by Spain. They topped Group D, Croatia coming through, runners-up in Group C. But as we look at the match facts, it is...
改正の考え方、フットサルの特徴を生かすスピーディーさを助長しよう、それからフェアプレーを確保しよう、これについてはですね、やはり3つぐらいなポイントがあるのかと思います。でその一つは、まずハーフウェイラインを越えてゴールキーパーがボールを投げていい。これまではハーフウェイラインを越えてゴールキーパーはボールを投げることができませんでした。やはりゴールキーパーというのは特殊な存在ですので、そのプレーには制限がありました。しかしながら今度の改正でゴールキーパーはトップのプレイヤーに直接正確なパスが投げられる。そうすればスピーディーにプレーが展開できる、あるいはそこから速い得点が生まれるということもあると思います。もう一つはそのフットサルのピッチというのは縦が40メートル、横が20メートル、大体そうなんですけども、このピッチを全て広く使うことができるんじゃないかと。2つ目のポイントです。自由な交代というものがより進められることになりました。今まではボールがインプレー中に自由に交代できるのはフィールドプレーヤーだけだったんですね。でこれがゴールキーパーも含められるということになりました。フットサルでは4秒ルールというものが適用されて、何でも早く観客や選手を飽きさせないような速いプレーが求められてますね。でゴールキーパーの交代についても、ボールがインプレー中にやっていいよということがあると思います。でこれはですね、フィールドプレーヤーがゴールキーパーのユニフォームを着て、ピッチに立って5人でプレーをする。もちろんそのゴールキーパーとしての資質が、能力というものが高くないんで、リスクではあると思うんですけども、逆に言うと攻撃的になると、こういうプレーができるようになったということがあると思います。もう一つ、3つ目となると思いますけれども、これまで、反則を1チーム6つ重ねると第2 PK ペナルティーマークから壁がないゴールキーパーと1対1のフリーキックが与えられました。でこの距離がこれまではゴールラインから12メートルのところでした。しかしながら今年の改正でゴールラインから10メートルのところになりました。10メートルというとやはりそこから壁がなくてゴールキーパーと1対1であれば非常に得点のチャンスが生まれると思います。これは得点のチャンスを増やすということでもあるんですけれども、やはり反則をより少なくしようと。フットサルというのはサッカーのそのエッセンスのようなゲームです。反則をなるべく少なくしてフェアプレーに徹して行ってくださいというようなところなのかと思います。
日本フットサル連盟はですね、本年今まで20数年の歴史の中で初めて改組再編という形で取らせていただきまして、全国の地域にの代表の理事を入れていただいて、それで各地域にまで全国展開ができるようにという組織を改編しました。その中で日本フットサル連盟がこれからやらなきゃいけないこととかということが自然と出てきたわけですけど、その中でやっぱり一番大事なことはリーグ戦を各地域でやっていただこうということに、決めましてですね、各地域にできるだけ早い時期にリーグ戦を展開していただいて、それでそのトータルの中でその上には日本を代表するリーグが将来的にできればというのを目標にですね、競技性の一つはそれがあります。それからもう一つは、普及ということではサッカーのファミリーがたくさん増えるように、我々の中で、いつでもどこでも誰でもという理念のもとにですね、多くの方がサッカーを愛し、それでフットサルの愛好者になっていただいてですね、サッカーファミリーを拡大していくというのが、一つの狙いであります。
Rubef, it's Spain 3, Croatia 0. We're into the second phase now of these year 2000 fourth FIFA Futsal World Championships. Spain very impressive in the first half. They lead by 3 goals to 0. Croatia here with it all to do. And do you feel there's any way back for them, Mike?
It's difficult to see. They're just not really getting enough of the ball. There's so much depth in this Spanish side, and I think that you'll see as this second half goes on, more and more players coming into the game who we haven't necessarily seen yet. Paulo Roberto will probably come on. Maybe KIKE as well, who's a goal scorer, and also RIQUER will have more of it. So there are so many options for Javier Lozano.
Javier Lozano, the Spanish coach, he's been in charge since 1992. But it's Croatia who are trying to mount the first real attack of the second half.
When you think about those options available as well, you think of Javi Rodriguez. He is probably their key player. He's already scored once, but he's probably only spent about 10 minutes of playing time out there. So he is obviously still very fresh as well.
Don't forget that in futsal, there's a squad of 14, 11 of them outfield players. Substitutions can be made at any time. The Russians, who are in action tomorrow, significantly usually keep players on for just a couple of minutes. They try to ring the changes. There is Javier Lozano, the Spanish coach. Vastly experienced squad his now.
They play so much futsal as well. He's been in charge for a long, long time. They've played 153 internationals and they've won 112 of them, so their strike rate is around 75%. And they played some good lead-up games, so their form very impressive.
Also impressive during the first half. Number 14, who we just saw on the ball there, Daniel. Daniel it was who scored the first goal and then created the second one for Javier Rodriguez. JOAN it was who scored the third goal. 3-0 Spain lead. Great skill there. Javier Sanchez getting to the byline. The finish though from Daniel was a poor one. Croatia have changed their goalkeeper in this second half. PAPES has come on. Brilliant work here by Javier Sanchez. Goalkeeper way out of position. He was drawn out of position by the incoming player, Javier Sanchez. GRDOVIC. Ball just ran away from EKLIC. EKLIC again to try and create an opening for Croatia. CULJAK with a shot. GRDOVIC. And here comes Spain again. Incisive break forward. Good interception though by the skipper there. And a chance now for Croatia. But a comfortable catch in the end for Luis AMADO, who was clattered there by the skipper, MARTIC, coming in.
And it was CULJAK who was racing down the left side. There's the ball going across to CULJAK now, and he and MARTIC normally combine very well together. They're both small, speedy players. And here goes EKLIC, who goes down heavily.
Now, how's that going to be seen? Well, a reckless challenge. An apology from Luis AMADO. It's EKLIC who's gone down. And the whistle hasn't blown. The suggestion is that that will actually be a throw-in from the goal line. Well, he really got clattered there. Goalkeeper had to be positive. He was the last line of defence, but he charged a long way out of his goal. And problems here for Croatia. EKLIC, one of their more experienced players. He plays semi-professionally in Italy. It was clever play by EKLIC to get away from the first challenge, and he had no chance there. You could just see the goalkeeper's foot rebounding back off EKLIC's shin. There's a handshake. EKLIC appreciating that the goalkeeper had a job to do. He had to charge out and get the ball clear, but his timing was really awry.
And EKLIC is going to take a break. So let's hope that he will be okay to resume shortly. It's going to be ALEBIC to come on and take his spot.
ALEBIC, who has come on, is going to the United States after these championships to join the same Detroit Rockets team that TOMICIC plays for. SANTI. Now Daniel. Band are increasing the rhythm. SANTI. Javi Rodriguez. Will Spain now respond to the noise being generated by their supporters? Javi Rodriguez. Good work by Santi, just wriggled free then and was able to get in a shot which was deflected wide for a corner. GRICAR getting across to make the block. Daniel. Martic to get a foot in this time for Croatia. Croatia now playing with Martic and ALEBIC at the back. GRDOVIC also doing a covering job. Martic with the interception.
GRDOVIC needs to see more of the ball. He won't, though. At the moment, he's just gone onto the substitutes bench, but he really is one of their main hopes when it comes to scoring. GRICAR, the man in the orange shoes who has the ball now, has just gone on to replace him. But GRDOVIC does represent Croatia's best chance of scoring some goals and getting back into the game. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment.
Spain also prepared to make changes as well. They've just brought on JOAN, who scored their third goal in the first half, and it's JOAN on the ball now. Here's Santi. Javi Rodriguez. Santi. Javi Rodriguez just ahead of him. Julio offering some good support, and he's come back off the post again. How many more chances must Spain have? JOAN there with a delicate layoff, just trying to angle the ball beyond the reach of PAPES, the Croatian goalkeeper.
That was a golden opportunity. They passed it around. There it comes in from Rodriguez, and JOAN just hitting the upright.
Javi Rodriguez. Super play again from Spain. Shot was drilled in by Julio. Palmed to safety by PAPES. JOAN has given the ball away. Could have been a good break for Croatia. But when they get the ball, they have to learn to keep it, and that's what Spain do. There's another angle of that shot from Julio. It was aimed at the top corner. The goalkeeper had to get a hand to it. Good positional sense by Tomislav PAPES, the goalkeeper.
Spain are having most of the play in the first 5.5 minutes of this second half, but not really looking all that likely as Croatia take it forward.
ALEBIC driving forward. Croatia looking tighter in defence, having been so vulnerable in the early stages. They conceded a goal after just 65 seconds. Oh, that was so close. DELPONT coming in there on the end of the shot from TOMICIC. Well, he was in the right place at the right time there. Ball could have gone anywhere. In the end, it flew beyond the reach of AMADO, but also wide of the post. DELPONT, who's now down injured.
He is a goal scorer. He's scored 11 times before these championships and once since. So he does offer them some run in the second half of matches.
Javi Rodriguez. Pass had just too much pace on it, though, for Julio to charge in on goal. GRICAR. ALEBIC. TOMICIC. That was woeful. Well, Sinisna ALEBIC with an opening there for Croatia. He should have done better.
Get the feeling that at this stage Croatia are intent simply on holding Spain. They trail by 3 goals and they don't want any further damage done, but not really creating too much themselves.
Javi Rodriguez. OROL. Oh, great turn, and what a magnificent goal! Julio, the goal scorer. Sensational play from Spain. They're being watched by the Brazilians, and a Brazilian would have been proud of skill like that. Completely unmarked, he deceived the goalkeeper, and from the tightest of angles, Julio has made it 4 now to Spain. Superb work, great finish.
The third time he's scored in the championship. Spain 4, Croatia 0. Julio scoring against Cuba, against Iran. And now he has scored in the first match of the second stage.
It shows just how confident the Spaniards are that they're able to share the goals amongst so many of their outfield players. Julio on target for the third time in these championships now. OROL. And chance there of another opening for Javi Rodriguez. Spain quickening the tempo. There's to be a caution here. It's Javi Rodriguez who has spoken out of turn. I think Rodriguez felt there that he was balked on the edge of the Croatian D. He was arguing a bit too vociferously with the official. 2 referees, don't forget, in futsal. 2 in the middle at the moment are René Del Cid from Croatia, Guatemala, and Walter Arce Sola from Uruguay. MALVASIJA. Now GRICAR. Nicely done there by GRICAR, but the ball has gone out for a kick into Spain.
In front of the Spanish fans that make so much noise, I think of all the supporters here, the Spaniards have been the most vocal. PAPES on the end of that strong strike.
Julio's shot. Croatia now able to quicken the tempo. CARAPINA. GRICAR. Another misplaced pass, and here comes Spain once more with Javi Rodriguez. Julio. Javi Rodriguez well forward. Julio well forward. JOAN. Javi Rodriguez. Julio. The shout of Ole goes around as the Spaniards retain possession. Cleverly done. Oriol there just sliding the ball through towards Javi Rodriguez, who was able to get a yard on his marker. Perhaps most worryingly for Croatia, Spain are able to get people in behind their defenders. And that was Julio making it 4-0. He did exactly that. No support at all really for the man left standing in defence there for Croatia, who've just surged forward and might have had an opening through CARAPINA. Paulo Roberto. OROL with the shot over the top of the crossbar.
Paulo Roberto is another of those players who Javier Lozano has at his disposal just so much talent. Paulo Roberto, until 2 matches ago, was averaging a goal a game off 37 internationals. And yet he really is used as a shock trooper. He comes on in the second half and makes his presence felt. And again, it's just an indication of how much depth of talent there is for Spain. Watch for Roberto, number 10.
Spain with 2 on here who didn't feature in the first half. KIKE and also Paulo Roberto. Paulo Roberto, actually born in Brazil. Then he has taken Spanish citizenship. Good atmosphere now inside El Domo. Croatia responding to the challenge. It's Perhaps quite an intimidating atmosphere for them, not for the Spaniards. Attendances of 7,000 and 8,000, not uncommon in league games in Spain. Nothing, though, compared to the crowds which futsal attracts in Brazil. 15 and sometimes 20,000 watching games in South America. KIKE. JOAN. OROL. Oh, great work there, and a great goal too for KIKE, who's only been on a matter of seconds. Fine goal by Spain. OROL just working the ball through to KIKE, who here has opened his account for the championships. Meant so much to him. What a pass that was from OROL, and what a finish too from KIKE, just rolling the ball away from the goalkeeper, PAPES.
Retaining wonderful control onto his left foot. And KIKE is another of those names that just bobs up. He scores again. So many players able to get onto the score sheets, and that just makes it so hard for Spain's opponents. It's a score of 5-0 now.
And we're into the second half of the second half. OROL. Oh, he's overstretched and given the ball away. But for Croatia, EKLIC, they're unable to pick out MARTIC. JOAN. Look at this skill. Beautifully done by KIKE. EKLIC. Pass was charged down by Paulo Roberto. Spain working hard for each other. Their game relies on good movement. Everybody has to be prepared to get forward and to offer support. It's very smooth and very comfortable, this from Spain, but there's a chance now for Croatia with their skipper MARTIC breaking forward. Spain with plenty of cover, and KIKE now with his foot on the ball, just telling his teammates to slow it down a little bit.
It's at this stage of the game that Coach Lozano is able to rotate his players at will. He's got, as we mentioned, Paulo Roberto, the man with the ball now, KIKE coming on. Give a lot of his players an opportunity out there. The hard work has been done by the Stars, and he can maintain the pressure.
Paulo Roberto, sure not to be denied there. That was a good save by PAPES. Croatia have the free kick. Rather robust attempt there by Paulo Roberto to get the ball. Just brushing aside the challenge and then firing the second effort into PAPES' chest. Spain have committed 2 fouls in this second half. Croatia none. It's been a very clean and open game. Paulo Roberto just unable to get the ball back to JOAN, and here comes MARTIC leading the counter-attack for Croatia. No foul. Ball has gone out of play, and there Paulo Roberto just being told to be careful what he says. Officials not standing for any dissent.
He's a very flamboyant player, Paulo Roberto, often with something to say out there.
EKLIC. Well, the layoff was a poor one. Breakdown in communication there between EKLIC and JULIO. Croatia haven't played with the fluency shown here by Spain. It's a very good start to the second phase of the competition by the Spaniards, beaten finalists 4 years ago. Runners-up in Europe. KIKE. Now SANTI. Paulo Roberto muscled off the ball. RIQUER has come on now for Spain. Timeout has been called as well by the Spaniards with 6 minutes and 20 seconds of the second half remaining.
And it has been all Spain. Croatia have impressed so far in the championship. It was a good performance first up when they were beaten by Russia, only by 2 goals. Then an easy victory over Australia and also convincing against Costa Rica. But playing Spain is a new level. Spain certainly one of the teams to beat here at Guatemala 2000. Runners-up in 1996 when they were playing at home in front of 15,000 fans. What a moment that was for the sport of futsal. Their fans were there in their numbers, but even their support couldn't get them across the line against Brazil. Spain, in fact, were the bronze medalists in 1992, the silver medalists in 1996, and you just wonder, with 6 players back from 1996, if that rise is going to continue, if in fact it'll go bronze, silver, and ultimately the gold medal. We'll have to find out in a week from now.
First week has been good to watch. Doubtless the second week will be even better. The Spanish coach has said that he thinks that the real stuff will be played in phase 2. He said that the first phase gave coaches the opportunity to try a few new ideas out, particularly against the weaker teams. Now everybody means business. Spain mean business here. RIQUER on the ball. Back come Croatia. CARAPINA. Croatia lacking a bit of imagination. Spain composed, authoritative, comfortable on the ball. Clever movement and more good movement here from RIQUER. Was right in at the start of that move on the right-hand side. Now he's popped up on the left of the Spanish attack. Well, this is the first time I've seen Spain in these championships, Mike. You've seen them 3 times already, and they have caught the eye.
Yes, they certainly caught the eye last week, and one fancied that if indeed they come up against Brazil, it is going to be something to behold. Test for Spain, but Brazil, I'm sure, will find that Spain have improved a lot over recent times.
Spain and Croatia have met 3 times previously. The most recent encounter was in the European Championships last year. Spain won that one 3-1, but ultimately they were to be denied in a penalty shootout against Russia in the final. Russia, one of the teams who qualified for the last 8 here. RIQUER was unlucky there.
I think one aspect of Spain that has assisted them has been their very good build-up to this championship. They played 3 games in a matter of weeks. They had an easy win over Georgia. It was 14-3, but they had 2 very hard games in about 10 days before the championship got underway. They defeated Yugoslavia. The scoreline was 3-2 in that match, and then they defeated Hungary 4-2. And I think that's exactly the sort of competition that Javier Lozano would have been hoping for.
TOMICIC there denied. Pace has dropped considerably. Spain feel here that they've done their job. Very impressive in the opening 20 minutes. 2 more second half goals. And that was a hefty challenge by GRICAR. Really clattered into Paulo Roberto. So difficult though to play against Paulo Roberto, who is sometimes at his best with his back to goal. Defensive players there trying to get a foot in. And if they do commit themselves, Paulo Roberto with the pace to change direction and to get away quickly. And there's a chance here for Paulo Roberto. The clock is ticking down, less than 4 minutes to go. The Brazilians have decided that they've seen enough. They're making their way out of the stadium. RIQUER on the ball though for Spain now. Here's Paulo Roberto. CARAPINA. DELPONT. Now GRICAR. TOMICIC. Fouled there by Paulo Roberto. GRICAR over the free kick for Croatia. DELPONT is making an angle for him, and here is DELPONT. Deflected out for a corner to Croatia. DELPONT with 1 goal in these championships so far. And GRICAR there hammering the ball high into the stand.
It was a lovely goal, the one he scored. Also, it was a very creative effort. It was against Australia, a little back heel into the net after some creative play. He's a good player, DELPONT.
The Australians beaten 6-0. It's 5-0 here. Spain 5-0 leaders against Croatia. Croatia in their first World Finals. And there, PAPES, I thought, might have got a hand to that, but it was a shot over the top by KIKE. TOMICIC. He was unlucky. Ball just bobbled away off his knees there as he tried to get beyond Javi Rodriguez.
Croatia will learn a lot from this game. They still would harbour some hopes, despite this result, of going through to the semi-finals. They play the Netherlands and then Portugal. Now, the Netherlands a little disappointing today. Portugal impressive, but really this group is wide open. Spain looking very strong to advance. And who knows who will join them in the last 4.
That was a great effort there by RIQUER, which took a deflection on the way through. Spain have the corner kick. RIQUER there, so clever to get away from the challenge. SANTI on the ball. Now ADEVA. SANCHEZ just trying to pick out RIQUER. Spain with the bulk of the possession, 54% now. And here comes Spain again with KIKE. SANCHEZ. ADEVA. RIQUER. KIKE. Oh, and a great chance, but a good save by PAPES. Good goalkeeping there by PAPES to deny RIQUER. Another quick injection of pace there by the Spaniards. Generally happy to keep possession for much of this second half, but they do exchange passes so well. There's always somebody aware and available for the player who's on the ball. And the key is pass and move all the time, and that's what the Spanish side are doing to great effect here. ADEVA. SANCHEZ. RIQUER there, kicking it thin air. DERVISAGIC has the ball. MALVASIJA. Croatia looking disjointed and tired. We're into the final minute now. It's been an education for them. Newcomers to the game of futsal. Pleased to be here in the finals. The first time they've got this far. They only started playing futsal in Croatia back in 1994.
Done remarkably well to get to the World Championship for the first time. Did well in the European Championships last year. They will be back again, I'm sure, in the not too distant future. Croatia and Portugal both here for the first time and both making it through to the second phase, and that really is wonderful for the sport of futsal. But what about that man's team? Spain, they are looking very good.
Confident display by Spain. This is a group which also contains the Netherlands and Portugal, who've already won here against the Netherlands 3-1. But Spain will go straight to the top of the group on the back of this success. They lead by 5-0. We're into the last 10 seconds. No time now for a consolation goal for Croatia. Mission accomplished. Easy for Spain against Croatia. Warm handshake there for Javier Lozano, who leads a side capable of becoming world champions. They've still got to play Brazil. What a game that will be, should it happen. But they're on their way now. The second phase is underway. Spain are on their way. A very, very polished performance. And here in Group F at full time in El Domo, it's Spain 5, Croatia 0.
Spain just too good. They scored after 65 seconds. They have had the support, some amazing support from their fans. So many tours have been arranged.